Mercedes star Valtteri Bottas has been hit with a 3-place grid penalty for failing to respect single waved flags during qualifying for the Qatar Grand Prix. The Finn also picks up 1 penalty point and will start 5th on the grid after qualifying 3rd in Doha. After qualifying 3rd, Bottas was summoned to the stewards on Saturday night after the session, with Max Verstappen and Carlos Sainz Jr. also receiving a summons. The issues arose when AlphaTauri's Pierre Gasly suffered a puncture and had slowed to a stop on the start-finish straight as the session was coming to its climax. Gasly hit the curb during an impressive qualifying session, with yellow flags shown in the final sector. It meant that many drivers had their final laps compromised, including Bottas and Verstappen. The FIA document read, "The driver admitted he did not notice the yellow flag displayed at flag point 16.6 and conceded that he did not reduce speed as required in the yellow flag area despite noting that car 10 was stationary on the pit straight." Verstappen meanwhile was hit with a 5-place grid penalty for failing to slow for double-waved yellow flags in Qatar, and was relegated from 2nd on the grid to 7th, with 2 penalty points added to his license. It means Gasly moves up to the front row, with Alpine's Fernando Alonso in 3rd. Hamilton remains on pole as he looks to close the 14-point gap between him and Verstappen with 3 races remaining. Speaking after the session, Verstappen was already unhappy with the Red Bull's speed compared with the Mercedes after his teammate Sergio Perez failed to qualify for 3P. "We were just lacking a bit of pace," he said. "It's been a bit more tricky for us again in qualifying because Checo isn't even in Q3, so it just shows we are definitely struggling a bit more than normal. Nevertheless, it's still 2nd, so all to play for, but of course I wish we could have had more." Hamilton meanwhile was elated with his performance but admitted he's been battling with an illness this weekend. "Yesterday was a really difficult day for me actually. Thursday and Friday wasn't feeling too well," admitted Hamilton. "And so really struggled throughout practice, and I was just off yesterday, so really had to dig deep. I was here until midnight last night working with the engineers, who also always work so late, they are such hard workers, and found a lot of areas which I could improve. Made a lot of changes for 3P and it seemed to work. Then of course you've got to carry that through to qualifying, but I'm so grateful for the timings they put us out on track, we didn't have any traffic. Then that last lap was beautiful. It was a really sweet lap,